Hello, everybody, and welcome to Remixing the Narrative. I'm so excited about tonight's topic, which is turning passion into profit. As you all see at below is the information to follow today's guest. And as you all are coming in, please share the conversation. If you have comments or questions as we're talking, just feel free to put it in the chat or just let us know that you're here by saying hello. Today, we're going to be talking about, again, turning your passion into profit. And I'm so excited because, one, with it being Women's History Month, every guest for this month of March will be women who I really admire, who are part of my tribe, and I'm just really excited about the work they're doing. And so tonight, we will be interviewing Janel Latrice, who will share about her business and just really what really spawned her passion for turning her passion into profit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Uh-oh.
We here. I think the signal got low. But shout us
Yeah, I'm like,
out.
uh-oh.
Yeah, let us know if you have questions or comments, because definitely this is going to be a great conversation. So let's go ahead and start with introduction. So introduce yourself just to tell us a little bit about your background. I know we'll get deeper into more, but just a general overview. We you.
Okay. Well, as you can see, I'm Janel Latrice. I am the owner of J Cuisine Catering. I specialize in actually jerk cuisine foods, regular American, American cuisine foods. Basically, I basically can just cook everything. I don't have a specialty that I actually focus on. I do cook just about everything, everything that you can think of.
Everything you speak of. And so my initial first question is, how did it all start? Like how did it all get started?
Oh boy, and now I got to go back. Now you about to take me back.
Take
Okay,
us back.
I'm gonna take you back.
Take us back.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep it short and simple. But I started getting interested in cooking when I was living with my grandmother. Younger at a younger age, she did all of the cooking, all the baking. Actually, baking is not my forte, but she did do a lot of the home cooking. Everything that you can think of, we ate and she cooked. So me being interested in that, learning how to make it and being in the kitchen with her while she was doing it, it made me want to get into it a little bit more. Once I got older, she saw that, you know, I was cooking a lot more. And she would, back off a little bit as far as like cooking, like, oh, well, she a good cook, so I'm gonna let her cook, a little bit. Even before I even had kids, I was cooking, but not as much as I am right now. Because when I had my first child, when I had my oldest, I started getting to it more. I started getting into cooking more and um, trying out new things. With me being there in a family home, everybody was, willing to help out as far as like cooking. But I wanted to actually do it myself. Let me do it, even if it was a lot for me to cook. I still wanted to do it myself. So, as far as like trying different things, getting them to try, different foods and everything, they was, up for it. But as far as like let me see. As far as like what made me get into it is when I started having friends coming over. This is way a little bit further on. Having friends come over, cooking, um not even really selling dinners, but just actually, allowing them to come over, like, hey, I'm cooking, come over. And I had one friend, years back. He's no longer here, God rest his soul. He told me, he said, you should do something with this. And I'm like, what you mean? So he was like, think about turning it into a business, or, do something with it. Don't let it go to waste. Um, and I thought about it. I sat on it. I even talked to my grandmother about it, and she always instilled in me as far as like having a fallback plan, something to fall back on. Because when I started working when I was 15, and I've been working, in retail customer service for a very, very long time. And it was a lot of jobs, that I had because I wanted to work. I wanted to make my own money, but it wasn't something that I was actually passionate about doing, staying at a job, being happy, going to a job every single day. So it was back in, I want to say, last year when the pandemic started.
Mm.
Um, I had got hired with this company. I was working with them for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, and that's when COVID hit. And I'm like, that's it. That's it. That's this is my that's it. I wanted to get down to business, be consistent, and do what God called me to do.
Mm.
And that's exactly what I did. Um, it's a lot of work. It's it's time consuming. Being at home with the kids, school and everything is hard. But I managed to, have a schedule, what days I want to cook, what days I want to give myself time to have some type of self-care,
Yeah.
as far as, not, draining myself, making myself too tired where I can't do anything with my kids, or where I, don't even want to cook on some days, because I'm, it's tiring. But I managed to, keep going. And I see a lot of my friends who are, starting businesses and, putting forth effort, with making their own money, and, still having regular jobs too to fund their business. Because that's what I was actually doing before. I was, saving money, and, saving money to buy the things that I needed, as far as like me starting a business. Everything is expensive.
Yep.
Cooking, cooking ware, and everything, to seasonings, to uh all type of appliances that I have. And let my mother tell it. She tells me, she gets mad every time I buy a new season. Don't buy nothing else. Don't buy nothing else. It's no room. But we eat good. We eat
Exactly.
we eat good. And it's like, Mom, I need all of this. I need all of this. And she's been very supportive. As far as like me finding different storage places, and having stuff to put things at. And now I have actually a commercial, fridge. I have in storage. I
Mm.
haven't brought it out yet because I need that room, to store things that I need to store, as far as like, dealing with the, customers and everything like that. But it's still going. It's still going, and I'm still going. As far as getting everything started, it's not gonna stop. It's only the beginning for me. So
I love it. And you said something that was early on that I already had down. I want to ask. So like stepping out on faith, right? I think this whole entrepreneur really like this whole title passion for profit. Like, can you kind of share? Because I know for some people they see like the glamorous side of it. You know what I mean? Like they might like, oh, she making this or she doing that. She stepped out on faith. Like, what has been like some of the things that really has taken you to keep on this faith walk?
um the passion that I have for what I do. Um as far as like stepping out on faith, me stepping out on faith was me not worrying about how I was gonna make money, as far as me being let go from that job. When I got let go from that, that company, um, it kind of dawned on me. I sat and I thought to myself, and you know, how you talk to yourself, and it's like, what should I do? And like I said, I had a conversation with my grandmother, and she said, well, you can't be upset. You got things that you can do to
Mm-hmm.
make you some money. Turn what you do into a business. She
Yeah.
said it's nothing to be scared of. Is that you have to push yourself to do what you think is best. And I doubted myself. I did. I'm my worst critic. Not even other people critiquing me, but I'm my worst critic. And if I see that it's something like, you know how you go to a restaurant and you want your food to look a certain way. So I want my stuff to look a certain way because I'm sensitive about everything that I do when it involves food, customer service. Um, I try to give everybody A1 customer service, no matter how I feel, because I know working in customer service
Yep.
and dealing with the public, it don't matter if
Yep.
you have your own company, dealing with the public is not for the weak.
Yep.
Having your own business is not for the weak. It's not. It's not. You have to be able to push yourself as far as you can go, because you never know what's going to be at the end for you. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So I can't make myself not get up and do it, even if I don't feel like it, because this pays the bills. It pays the bills, and it helps me to create different things. And I have, I have in me to make just about anything. If I don't know how to make it, I'm gonna learn how to make it.
I
So
love it. And even you just saying like it pays the bills, and I think the next thing, like going from like an employee to owner, I think there's so many different things and lessons. Like even for me, like learning how to use. I mean, sometimes you just don't know what you don't know, right?
exactly,
Like you
exactly,
in it. So
exactly.
what would you say looking back? Because a lot of times people that watch this are like, okay, I'm in this place, like I want to start a business, or I have this passion. I don't even know where to start. Like, what would be some of the things that now you're pretty much like a year into it that
Hmm.
you're like, man, these are some definite things you can think about if you're going from employee to owner.
Having a different attitude and a different outlook on being an employee and being an owner, being though I'm the only person that's doing it, so I'm working extra hard. So I don't have anybody behind me. I don't have a team yet. Um, Not that I don't want to, but right now I'm still working the kinks out and everything. And right now I really don't have that trustworthy person to actually work with me that can actually help me run my business. So me finding out as far as from employee to owner is very much different. Is very different. I feel like you work twice as harder being an owner than you do as an employee, especially when you're doing it by yourself.
And I think systems are so important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you by yourself. I think you learn like, okay, how do I, like you said, like it's certain days you cooking. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
like you got to create this schedule so that you can maintain sanity. Because I know even it's a whole number thing being an employee, owner, mother.
Yes.
You don't take out those other hats.
No, you got a hat here, you got a hat here, you got a hat here, and you got a hat to the back. You may have one around your neck too. But yes, it never stops. It never comes off. It doesn't.
I love it. And so in this journey, I know we kind of talked about some of the difficulties. I have a friend who's always pushing me to celebrate the wins, right?
Yes, you have to.
Because
You have to.
you can always have those opportunities and things like, man, this is difficult. I'm tired, X, Y, and Z. But when you get those wins, I think it's like that validation to keep it moving. So
Keep it
what
moving.
would be some like big wins for you in your business that's been like, man, this is what I want to do?
The big win for me was back when I think I'm still in this group. It's called Chicago Black Businesses. I think that's the name. Don't quote me. But I had posted a picture of my jerk chicken rolls. You know, I got the best jerk chicken.
Yes, they are, y'all.
The
Y'all
best.
look, man.
The best. But that's where it all started, at those rolls. Those rolls started, it kicked everything off for me. But as far as celebrating the wins, I celebrated that win when I posted a video or a picture or something in that group, and it just went crazy. The inbox, the email, the my business page. It was, I couldn't keep up with it, and I just had to explain to people, like, I only posted to to let you all know this is what I do, and to kind of check me out. Girl, I was making egg rolls for 2 months straight. Okay. I didn't have time to make anything else. Everybody just wanted these rolls. Everybody wanted these rolls. And I have had some people tell me that, not, I am patting myself on the back and on the shoulder wherever I can, but they told me that the ones that they tried before, they wasn't like mine. Nobody's stuff is gonna be the same, and that's
Yep.
and that's what I tell people. Even if I do give you a recipe, it's not gonna taste the same. I can give you everything that I put into what I'm making and tell you how to do it, but it's not gonna taste the same. But as far as celebrating the wins, I celebrated that win when I was like, okay, I gotta get to it. I gotta get to it. When I seen that post was, doing numbers. and it still is. So that was kind of my big win for me, and I'm still celebrating. It's not as big as I want to celebrate it right now, but it's gonna be bigger once you know I have everything underway because I've been working. I've been working on some things. I've been working on some things since last year, but I won't spill the beans yet. But it's coming, and I'm gonna celebrate it.
I love it. And see, that was my next one. What's next? You ain't giving no good. So what would you say? You don't have to say what's exactly happening next, but like I think I'm so encouraged and impressed by visionaries, right? I think we have to be visionaries about our businesses. And so it don't have to be what's happening next year, but like when you see 2031, 10 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
okay, come on, they can come on in. Who's it?
Jane, go upstairs.
He like, I want to be in it.
Go upstairs. No, go upstairs.
I love it. Hey.
Him and that dog.
But if you think about Jay Cuisine 10 years from now, like what, because even what's happening next year is probably a stepping stone to the big picture. So what do you want to see, like big picture for your business?
My food truck.
Mm-hmm.
My food truck, but it's not gonna take me 10 years to get that. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. But yes, the next big things for me may be seasonings. It may be, it may be cookware, but it's gonna be something. I see my brand, going places. I really do. I really do because I feel like I do have a gift that I'm willing and I want to share with everybody. I want to feed everybody.
Love it. Do you have like how are you learning the business? Like what has been kind of like your thing? Like is it just multiple things? Like even with like I think going into like the season, all of that, I think that's amazing. How do you learn about all these or what have you been learning to help you with all these different aspects of the business?
Well, I have friends that's in the business. I lean to a lot of them. One of them, she has a daycare and she's all about the business. Like, and I go to her as far as like financially, the business 101 stage as far as taxes is concerned, what to do with this, sign up for these loans. Like she's on it. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's that person that's gonna make sure that you have X, Y, and Z. And I appreciate her for that because you know, and not too many people want to share as far as like what you need to do. They want you to research and find it on their own, as And I don't feel like we can all help each other.
Yep.
We it's money to be made out here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money to be made out here. So it's not like, okay, I'm trying to keep this information to myself, but if it's gonna help, for you to get to the next step, then I'm willing to, help. And people are, that I know been willing to help me.
So what would you say, as we're coming towards the empire, what would be advice that you have for those inspiring to be entrepreneurs? Like kind of like the nugget or takeaway you would want them to take from this.
The advice I can give to inspire entrepreneurs is don't give up. Don't give up. It may be a rough start at first, but that's how it's supposed to be. You're gonna be tired. If this is something that you really, really want to do, go for it. Um, Only person that can stop you is you. That's it. In a nutshell.
And I think the one thing you said, which I think is so important, is having those people that you can kind of like bounce ideas off of. And
Mhm.
like you said, having that trusted group, because I feel like we can't always necessarily always have, like you said, I think this is the thing, and this is what you said that just hit me. I think about big businesses, right? We think about like McDonald's,
Right.
King, Wendy, all of that. Me and my uncle was actually talking about this yesterday. These businesses, they'll set up across the street from each other.
Yes.
Right. Because
yes, like Walgreens and CVS. They do it all the time. Right, one right on the corner, one right there. it's like a competition.
Yeah.
It's definitely a competition. When a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not no competition," yes, it is, because Walgreens might not sell what CVS have, and CVS might not have what Walgreens have. That's exactly why they do that.
And people are going to have what they just gravitate towards, right? Like,
Exactly.
you know, you think about like fast food. Everybody sells burger, fries, and drinks, but it's certain people that just have a certain affinity for a certain way. So I think even in us helping each other, I think that's the thing I want us to have in our community is just understanding that like you said, there's enough for us all.
Yes, and it's a lot of it's this field here is demanding. It's a big field. Everybody is cooking. And I didn't go to culinary school. I have been self-taught for years.
Mm.
Professionally, I've been doing it for almost going on 2 years. But it's a big field. Everybody is making something different. It may be the same, but everybody is just about everybody that I follow on my business page has something to do with either a clothing business or a food business. And I follow a lot of chefs on my business page and also on Clubhouse as well. I'm in
Mm.
some of the groups in Clubhouse, and that's very informational. It's dropping gems early in the morning, every morning. Pens and paper, whatever kind of notes you can get from that. But
Yeah.
Clubhouse is a good platform. It's a bomb platform.
Yeah, I've been in a few of those rooms. I'm like, man, this is like some usually like $1,000 conference type stuff. You know
Yes,
what
yes, giving you
I mean?
free information that people
Yep.
be paying for seminars to go to
Hmm.
hear type of stuff. Yeah, it's a really really good platform.
Well, we got a comment I got to make sure you see. They said, Janelle, I love your cooking. You have the best dirt chicken egg rolls in Chicago. And so, just going back to that comment, I think, like you said, it's people that do it, but then there's people that are like, look, no, I'm a fan of what you do. You know what I mean? And so, I think that is so,
I
so important.
appreciate that. I really do. I really do. I appreciate that so much.
And so, with it being Black History Month, I always have this question I ask at the end. Is like a shout out of queen. It could be queens. As you think about just your life in general, or even past, present, who are some influential women that you're like, man, I need to shout them out because they've helped Jay Cuisine to get to where it is, or helped me to be to where I am right now.
Do they have to be famous? Can it just be
No, it
famous?
could be
Okay.
anybody. No, no, no.
Okay, I don't it's this one person, you know her. You and her both know. I know her. I love her dearly. I've been knowing her all my life. My sister, Jadon Hemingway. Um, she has inspired me so much to work hard because I see the type of stuff that she does, and she's amazing. She's very encouraging, very inspiring. Um, she tells me what to do and what not to do as far as like business wise. Even before when I got on the chat with you, she said, Janelle, no cursing. I said, I'm gonna try not to. She said, because we both know how you are. I said, I'm gonna try not to. I promise. I'm like, I promise. But she's amazing. In and out, as far as like business wise, she's been there. She's been there for me. She's been supportive. Buying food, whenever I'm selling anything, save me some. But she's been there. She's been in that corner all the way.
I love it. I love it. Don is amazing.
Yes, 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 yes.
And so, as you all are watching, I just want to say thank you all so much because I think it's so important. One, that we're able to see that it's possible.
It is
I think,
possible. It's very possible, but you have to want to put that work in. You have to want to make the best of what you're trying to do, not just getting into business just to make some money. That's not why I started. I started this because I love what I do.
hmm,
I love to see the excitement on people's faces as far as when people are eating, because I know how I get when I get excited when something is good. So I like to see that. It's not even about making the money. It's not, because it's just about showing what you can do, showing what you can create, and going from there.
Well, I love it. I can't wait to because if y'all don't know, so do you do so what's the options that people can reach out to you so before we end out? So at the bottom I have her info. So what are all the things that they can contact you for?
They can contact me for small events. I do meal prep as well. I do daily meals every week, different menu every day, different items every day. I do lots of small parties, brunches, private dinners. My private dinners are popular. I do those as well. So, anything that involves food and you want something good and home cooked, you can contact me.
I love it. I got a one-on-one lesson. I'm so grateful
Yes.
for about some more salmon so I can try
Oh
it
yeah, the
out.
one-on-one classes too. Yes, that too. That too. The one-on-one classes, I do that within the privacy of your home, or like a Zoom class if you rather, feel comfortable doing a Zoom class, online class. I do those as well.
I love it. So let's support. I'm so excited. I know you're just going to continue to grow and grow.
Yes.
If you are watching this after the fact, again, you see at the bottom her contact information. So please, please, please reach out for all of your food needs. And again, turning your passion into profit. It is possible. It takes
It's
work.
very
It
possible.
takes faith. But I think that if we all just see more and more people out here stepping out, that we would be not so scared to step out ourselves. So thank you, Miss Janelle
You're
Latrice.
welcome, babe. Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes, yes. And before we go, someone says, "Hey, ladies, Jocelyn Anderson."
Hi, that's my sister. That's my oldest sister.
Hi, hey, sis. So yes, it's been so great. I'm so excited. Everyone saying yes, support, support, support. And so again, until next week, thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.